My relationship with money completely shifted when I started practicing the law of attraction and getting into alignment with financial freedom. Putting the law of attraction into practice and living in alignment has resulted in endless financial blessings. One recent example is that me and my fiance got our renewal letter to continue living in our luxury apartment and found out that they were going to raise our rent by hundreds of dollars a month. Because he and I are living in alignment, we went to the front desk, talked to them about it, and they decided to only raise our rent by $86 a month. Another example of the law of attraction showing up in my life is that I'm constantly getting free stuff. I'm constantly getting boxes of free stuff, free products from brands. Because I'm a writer, they want me to write articles and cover their brands. I'm talking free drinks, free makeup, free clothes, free alcohol, free lingerie, free perfume, free books, free journals, free Christmas decorations, free bags, just so much free stuff just because they want me to write about them. And let me just say, this is not just like a normal thing that happens to writers. It is because I practice law of attraction and I live in alignment, because there are millions of writers around the world and not everyone is on these PR lists to get free things. Somehow, some way, people thought to add me to these lists to get my opinion and have me write reviews about their products. And I don't even know how it happened. I'm just a writer. And somehow that's just part of my life, but it's because I live in alignment with the law of attraction. Another example is that I have been given the opportunity of an $8,000 brand deal that quite literally fell into my lap. I wasn't looking. I don't have a big following. I'm not a social media influencer. This was not something I was seeking out. It simply just happened and worked out the way it did because I am in alignment with the law of attraction. Another example applies directly to my fiance, who completed a 10-week course for data analytics. Within 72 hours of completing the course, he had applied for a job, gotten an interview, and then got hired for a full-time salaried position as a data analyst within 72 hours of finishing the program, which is unheard of unless you're living in alignment. And I myself have manifested a long list of awesome websites to write for that pay like $150 to $300 per article. And mind you, before I knew anything about the law of attraction, I was earning like $15 to $20 per article. So what exactly do I mean by living in alignment? In my book, it's following the 2 G's, which are gratitude and generosity. So when it comes to generosity in the law of attraction, in the spiritual world, and even the Christian biblical world, I tithe 10% of my income. So 10% comes off the top of every check and I give it away. In the Bible, they talk about tithing, which is giving away 10% of your income. When you give away 10% of your income with a cheerful spirit, your finances are blessed tenfold. 10% away, blessed tenfold. Ever since I started tithing, my finances have been blessed. I don't run out of money ever. I have a very healthy savings account. I built my credit score up to the 700s range. I have 0 credit card debt. I'm driving my dream car. We live in a luxury apartment I want for nothing. And I used to be very poor. I used to be broke as fuck. And I was so stingy with my money, I was scared to give it away. But when I started tithing, and I started tithing when I was still poor, I started tithing and I saw my finances do a full 180. I'll decide which charities I'm feeling called to donate to, whether it's domestic abuse victims, the homeless population, cancer research. I kind of switch it up in terms of where I send my donations. I always think of the stories of people who say, if I were to win $1 million on the lotto, I'd be so generous. I'd give so much away. I'd help the poor. I'd help the homeless people. And then they actually win and they don't hold true to any of their word. So if we can show God that we can be generous with $1,000 by giving $100 away, that's 10%. We can give $100 out of $1,000 away. God can bless us and trust us with $1 million or however much we can be trusted that we're actually going to do what we say. So I give away 10% and my finances are blessed. And the second G in the law of attraction world is gratitude. Be grateful for what you already have and you will receive more. What you focus on grows. So if you're always focused on being that you're broke or poor or struggling, you're just going to manifest more of that. I started convincing myself that I was wealthy before I actually was, and I ended up manifesting wealth into my life. As a reminder, having a scarcity mindset will keep you poor. And the whole gratitude thing circles back around to a time that I spent a lot of money on a Starbucks run on multiple of my family members when they all had their drinks and their food. No one said thank you to me. No one said anything. And in my mind, I clocked that. And I said, well, I'm never spending another dime on those family members again. Absolutely not. If we're not showing gratitude, why are we going to expect anything else to come? We have to have gratitude for what we already have, and then we'll receive more. If those family members had been like, oh my gosh, thank you, Steph, for doing that, I would have been so excited the next time I see them to go do another Starbucks run and drop however much money on all of their orders. I would have had no problem. But because they couldn't even be bothered to say thank you or show an ounce of gratitude, they are cut off from me. I will never spend another dime on them. And if we think about that in the realm of the law of attraction, we have to show gratitude for what we already have if we expect to receive anything else. So yeah, generosity and gratitude are the 2 very big ones, but there's also the whole visualization aspect where you have to already get into the vibration and the feeling that what you are manifesting has already come true. So I'm out here imagining that I got a job offer, imagining that my bank account has that number in it, imagining that I got an email with some type of money transfer, imagining this, that, and the other, and I'm getting the hype and the excitement and the great feeling that comes along with it as if it already happened. Because with manifestation, you have to picture that, you have to feel the feelings as if it's already real so that it can actually become real. That is the way manifestation works. And when I say I'm imagining, I mean that I'm seriously, deeply, and heavily meditating on this. Like, these images and these thoughts and these feelings are taking over my body for a set amount of time. usually like 15 minutes, half an hour, an hour. Sometimes I do it through the night. I'll fall asleep to sleep hypnosis, where it's repeating those affirmations about the things I'm trying to manifest. And every single time that I've done this, my manifestations have become my reality. And this includes meeting my fiance, driving my dream car, living rent-free on a tropical island, getting into my dream body for our upcoming wedding, getting hired as a Las Vegas showgirl on the Las Vegas Strip with the feathers. There's so many things that I have meditated on, written it down, and you're supposed to also write it down in present tense. Write it down as if it's already real. And every single time I've done this combination of things, everything becomes real. All of my manifestations become my reality. Like, I'm literally living my dream life that I write down in my journals. The last thing I'll say is that the law of attraction only works if you're willing to believe in something before you see it. You have to believe before you see it come to fruition. Skeptics need to see before they will believe. And so therefore the law of attraction will never work for them.